Something I wanted to ask you about was, and I'm sure this is very common and not unique to my situation. My son, he used to be an amazing eater at home and at daycare. And then slowly he started to become an amazing eater at daycare. So I see everything that he eats all day. And it's like, no matter what it is, it's like he ate it all, ate it all, ate it all. And then he comes home and we could serve the exact same thing and he's not interested in it at home. He's like, yucky. Like, what is that? Is it because, yeah.
There's a couple things. One, remind me how old he is.
He is 29 months, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So between 1 and 2, often picky eating begins to emerge. The reason is kids have a developmental shift where they begin to be scared of new things. You see separation anxiety, you see kids being scared of something that they don't recognize, and it carries over to food. So we call it food neophobia, which means the fear of new foods. It could be a food that they haven't seen for 1 month and suddenly it feels new to them. And you're like, but you always loved this and now you hate it. It's just something that happens, and it's really, really common. The other thing about daycare is daycare often does follow all of those feeding best practices. They're super consistent about the environment. And when I say the environment, what I mean is they're super consistent about when they serve foods. They're super consistent about only providing foods when it's food time. And they're also consistent about not making additional foods or anything else. And then they often have a very calm, non-distracted eating time. So those are the big 3. And these are the things that I go over in my Better Bites program to help the families of picky eaters, is really laying out there your most important job in feeding your kid is less what you serve, although that's a big part of it. But it's equally as important, like when you serve food and how you serve food or where you serve it. And daycares tend to be really, really good about that consistency. The kids are always sitting at a table. The kids are always sitting down. They don't have screens on. All the kids are doing it at the same time, so there's a social aspect. And there's no other option. Like the kid knows, like I can't go run off and play. I have to sit here.
Yeah.
The kid knows they're not going to bring me another plate of food. The kid knows all these things. So those together all play into a child being like, okay, I'll eat it. And when they get home, often as parents, I mean, we've been working all day, we're exhausted. It's a pandemic, we're burnt out, all these things. So when the kid sees the pasta, they throw a tantrum, we're like, you know what? I'll just get you something else because I can't deal with it, right? And so the more we do those things, or we have a screen on, or we have a book out, or we're like distracting the kid to eat them, or we're just feeding them, and we're not letting them be in charge of that. Not to say you can never feed your kid, but sometimes we were just like, I'm just gonna hurry up and I'm gonna feed you. Things like that. And the kid just was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna eat it because I know I don't have to. Or, I'll just wait until daycare. I'll eat really well there. I'm tired. My parents are tired. I'm just not going to eat very much. I'll eat more in the morning, So there's a lot of factors that kind of play into them. But often we see kids eat better at daycare.